Hola, minasan. Welcome back for another round of Skibidi Toilet research. Continuing on, examining fan-made Skibidi Toilet videos. Got some people who are like, "Oh, that's for the kids. This particular video is for the kids." And I got this like, "This one is the right one. You should watch it." Research for me, I gotta see everything. I cannot be biased if I want to succeed in my quest to improve on my writing. I have to see the bad. I gotta see the good. I gotta take it all in, or I will learn nothing. If I only focus on the good, what am I learning if I'm not learning from the bad? And there's a lot of bad out there. So yeah, that's my stance with my research. So it's all right, you know. If you recommend me nothing but the good stuff, I have no problem seeing the good stuff, but I do need to research the bad stuff and or the mediocre stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or as the current generation calls it, mid. Did I get that right? Did I get that right? I'm very old. Please, just get off my lawn. So this is Dome Studio. This was something that I saw from Mikey Joy's video when I was checking out the factions, researching the factions of Skibidi Toilet, and he included Dome Studios. Titans factions that are exclusive to Dome Studio. It's a very, very popular channel called Skibidi Toilet Multiverse. I am covering season 1 and season 2 because they're very short videos, and much like Gerasimov's. And then I'll share my 3 scenes of interest. I'll do my best considering the amount of time. Be sure to support Dome Studio. Check out the channel. Give them all the love. And yeah, let's get ready. Call to action. Comment, like, subscribe, follow, and hit the notification bell. And let us begin the research. Oh, he mad. The lighting is very bright. Sorry, is my volume too high? No, it's fine. Wow. Gotta get that out of his chest. Ooh, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so this is the clockmen that Mikey Joy talked about. So we're from the view of the clockman, huh? Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Zawaldo. Oh. Oh, that's cool. The Watches released the Alliance. Interesting that they go with bombs. My man's like, praise. That's a great introduction to the Clockmen. I'll be honest with you, that's a pretty broke move. Yeah, step over here. Nope, he can't time. Okay, so there's a limit. Good. Good. My gosh. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Alright, so they're a little bit nutty. Alright. Wow. Ooh, they got one with the skull. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, Clock Titan. Big Ben? We frozen in time or... Huh. Is that G-Man? Alright, if you're not gonna come out, I'll rip you out. No, not yet. Oh, come on. Oh, you can flash teleport. Magnet toilet. They just left him behind. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Well, that was a very interesting start. I mean, introducing the Clockmen. Um, they come off a little too OP, quite honestly. Uh, and I don't know if that's very good for in a writing perspective. In this instance, because you're dealing with time powers, and with time powers, it's going to lead to a lot of fridge logic, because you can solve everything if you can control time, basically. Now, I understand that there's limitations to it. We'll address that, but the fact that you can, these guys can actually stop time at will and be able to move everybody around is going to it really changes a lot of the dynamics to what Skibidi Toilet is supposed to be. My first scene of interest is this particular Clockman, because he's the one that's freezing time all around, and it's got some limited usage, of course, which is good, but I don't think it's enough, considering that they have the technology to just freeze people up in the air and everything, and in every sense of the word, unless the Skibidi Toilets have some kind of resistance, what they don't show right now in this in season 1, basically there's no reason why the Alliance can't win. Because with time travel, you could just go back and why not go back in time and stop the first one? And I know everyone's gonna say, "Oh, the butterfly paradox," but they're going Dome Studio is going, willy nilly with the time aspect, in a sense. Like, You could freeze time in midair. You could freeze the whole world, and then you can also, and they also have watches which they give to the cameramen and the other members of the alliance, and they're able to freely move. And they could be able to grab characters and grab the Skibidi Toilets and sit them down. So what's stopping them from all of them? From is he like the only one that can stop time? But because the thing is that everybody can stop time, so if everybody can stop time, freeze guys in place, then why not just freeze every single Skibidi Toilet in place, and then gather them up, put them in a pile, and drop a nuke on their heads, and end it there. Win the war, just like that. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm very skeptical about doing the time travel. No amount of balancing out the whole time mechanic can prevent the fridge logic that they could just scream Zawaldo and just gather up all the toilets together in one place while they're all frozen in and just blow them up. I mean, it was put in full display. They were putting the dynamite on the Skibidi Toilet, which is pretty funny. They put in dynamite and they blew them up. Why are they not doing that consistently? Why not just round them all up and throw them into a volcano? Just keep them stuck in the time freeze. Go to a volcano and throw them in there, and that's it. And you win. They'll never come back from a volcano. It's lava. They burn up in the lava. They'll be burning up on their way down to the lava, and once they hit the lava, whatever survive will just become part of the lava. That's the problem I have with the time mechanic. It just has me sitting there. Now I'm just sitting here expecting them to actually, win. Just win. They should have gone with a different power. It should have been psychic. It should have been a psychic. A psychic mechanic probably would have been. I probably would have gone with the psychic mechanic or something equivalent if you wanted to use powers like this. You know what I'm saying? But not time. Time is time just got me saying, okay, freeze them all up, round them up, put a bomb under them, blow them all up in one shot, or round them all up and throw them into a volcano. Basically, my second scene of interest is their little location. Very steampunkish. It's very steampunk. I like this, especially the surprise that they can reverse time on things. So that brings to another question: if they can reverse time, why don't they reverse time on the Skibidi Toilets and save the people who were turned into Skibidi Toilets? I mean, I know now that humans have been turned into Skibidi Toilets. So why not reverse it and get the people out of the toilets? You do that to every single Skibidi Toilet, you win because the humans are back to normal. Just bring it back to normal. I'm very, very, very worried now because I just basically solved the world here. I mean, there's no reason not to do that. If you can't blow them all up or throw them into a volcano through time freeze, well, then use the reverse effect and get the humans plucked out of the Skibidi Toilet. You know what I'm saying? Pluck them out. You know what I'm saying? Because you're reversing the whole entire effect. You're able to do like that, especially if you got to do in a containment jar. Just throw them into a containment jar. I mean, time freeze them. You time freeze them, put them in a containment jar. Then you reverse it. Do the reverse time reverse, and they'll be plucked out of the toilet. Then you take the toilet and destroy the toilet before it could grab another human. You know what I'm saying? And the human is saved. You can save all of humanity like that. And so my final scene of interest is the Clock Titan. Very cool design, I gotta say. It's a very cool design. His introduction is nice. Definitely, again, full of time powers. He's got a gun that freezes everyone in time, and yeah, it's like, again, he could do it multiple times as opposed to the limitations on the smaller ones. He could freeze all of them up, so just freeze all of them up, round them up, throw them into a volcano. my solution to all of this now is to time freeze them all with Zawaldo and throw them in a volcano. Basically, I'm gonna have a very hard time grasping this from a writing standpoint, because you're freezing time. You can move them physically around while they're in the time freeze, and the answer is so simple now. At this point, I just don't see the stakes happening. I mean, yeah, I know there's a lot more seasons to it, but you understand the point I'm saying. You know, the time element in a situation like this takes away the stakes, and the answer is right there in the palm of their hands, literally in the palm of their hands here. And you're telling me that the Skibidi Toilets can survive, you know, can somehow prevent all of this. Like, you gotta, I need more convincing. I need more convincing that this is a good, strong writing here, a good, strong write up for a story here. But nevertheless, the designs are nice. You know what I'm saying? The hue colors are very bright compared to the main Skibidi Toilet, which is all dark, which is, you know, apocalyptic. But here it's very golden. It's very golden, very bright. Which will be very interesting to see. The everything, all the assets are there. You know what I'm saying? The designs are nice. Like, this is a very excellent design. I don't know if it needs that many clocks. You know, reminds me of the lightsaber. What's his name? Kylo Ren's lightsaber. The joke they made, you know, because the two came out from the side of the hilt with the main lightsaber, and then there was a parody where the lightsaber not only did the hilt and everything, but like popped up a whole bunch of other lightsabers on the side. That's what I'm getting the vibe here. So yeah, this was it's still a good start, but it's just like I said, the whole time mechanic just is taking me right out of it, story wise and everything, because the answers are there. But we're gonna find out now in season 2. We're gonna see with season 2 like precisely where they're going with this. All right. So let's resume the research. That. Zawaldo. Oh. Magnets. Is the magnitude the reason? Alright. Wait. You have a gun that could vaporize? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Ripped him in half. Alright, well, they solved that one. He took control over them. He's like, oh crap. How dare you? Wow. No closed caption? No closed caption. Disappointed. Yeah, time freeze. TSM is back to the headquarters. Subject is injured but able to fight. Alright. I'm in with the Superman pose. So that's where the disc comes from. Out his butt. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. He's slowly moving. Yeah, he's under control. Oh no, yeah. Or is this a whole new Titan? No. It is the Cameraman Titan. Because he got... I'm a little confused here. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Oh, there it is, the Skibidi Toilet. I thought it pulled out his spine. Okay. Oh, genius. Oh, but not enough. I saw what he was trying to do. He was going to try and save his life. Yeah, the magnets are a big problem for the time alliance. The clockmen. Ooh. Okay, it's too tough. No, he's gonna be joined. Really? Bad to the bone. Oh, we're in the view of the Titan. Oh, okay. I thought we were in the Titan's view. Message sending. Oh, they're gonna put them back together. Female clock man. Clock woman. The music. What the sorcery is this? Oh, okay, so they get the OK symbol and Titan has been captured, yeah. So they do the OK symbol while the cameramen do the thumbs up. Oh! Just like that, huh? Oh, that's... Oh. Yeah, I'd be scared too. SkibidiToilet base's locations is targeted. TV Titan. Well, TV man, actually. Yeah, it keeps drilling them in. Oh. Okay, these are the drill men. Get ready for your next mission. Mission type rescue. Ooh. nails. What the? That just looks weird. Oh, that looks way too weird. So pretty much we're in the point of view of the clockmen and drillmen. Oh, Drill Titan. Oh, it looks like they had a solution to the OP-ness of the clockmen. That's hilarious. It turns out magnets have a profound effect on them, and slow them down. All right, although it's very silly the way the magnets look. You know, it reminds me of the Magneto parody in Epic movie. They just put the U-shape magnet on his helmet. So dumb. But with Skibidi Toilet, you know, it's a silly thing, and that actually makes a lot of sense compared to that trite monstrosity of a movie. Poor excuse of writing, you know. Poor excuse of writing. Yeah. It's a lot. This was a lot longer, and there was a lot more action. Plenty of action, plenty of interesting stuff. More characters. My first scene of interest, of course, is seeing the OP-ness of the of the clockmen being limited by the magnet. They also have a limited amount of energy as well, apparently. So they can't really get to use all their powers. That takes a lot. That takes a lot when you have extraordinarily powerful power. And the thing that and even though they were around for season 1, it quickly went away in season 2. You know, the level of power that the clockmen have, and that's kind of disappointing. Like I said, that's why I say it's very disappointing to have introduced a power like that, because you had to nerf it hard. And you had to not only did you have to do it with something that makes sense. The magnet men, the magnet toilets were established at the very start, but that every time the clockmen do something, a magnet has to show up no matter what, or else they'll win. Has to happen in writing, and I see that as being written into a corner at this point. Yes, they could run out of energy. Yes, that's true. They can run out of energy. But the thing is that when it comes to the fighting part, there has to be a magnet toilet no matter what. Or something so extraneous in the combat that the clockmen end up like this, in that state, tired out, weakened. And while it is sound, it just really makes it more harder to write the clockmen into a story with this type of power. They're going to be nerfed no matter what, and thus losing so many. Basically, it's kind of like why have if not done carefully, it will lead to the question of why should you even make these characters and give them all this power if you're just going to nerf them at the end. That type of situation. So there's still a lot more seasons to go with the clockmen, and see just exactly how they can write themselves out of this and make the clockmen overpowered abilities really shine through without a forced nerf. I feel like this was a forced nerf in this situation here. So the next second point of interest is the lab. We get introduced to Clockwoman. This is where we find that they still do have limitations of power, but then Clockwoman comes in, makes a few tweaks, and then uses the reverse ability to bring back Zawaldo in place. Seeing the whole lab and is pretty cool, and how everybody operates and so on. No different than in Gerasimov's original, but this one. What's interesting about it from a fan perspective is the amount of detail put into it, like the brick wall, the cogs, the steampunk look to the whole thing. It's very vibrant and shows that that Dome Studios made it their own. Especially while they're staying focused primarily on the clockmen, and later on the drillmen, to separate it from Gerasimov's work. Even though the premise is still the same, it's the Alliance versus the G toilets. It's not very. It's not easy, to try and not copycat. Not whether incidental or on purpose or coincidentally, copycat the original, because you want to bring something new to it. And right now the clockmen and the drillmen are bringing something new to it. Very interesting stuff. Styling attacks, and then stylized attacks. There we go. And then there's of course the toilets, where they're getting the Skibidi toilets, where they're getting all the different designs to counteract these factions. These new factions that Dome Studios came up with. And my third scene of interest is the introduction of the drillmen. I like how I like their entrance. They come in from underground. They all come in from underground, especially the drill titan. They're very freakish in design, though. I'm not sure. I'm sure that it's on purpose and everything, but the drillmen do have a very freakish design, because and I guess you know why? Because the heads are a little bit more thinner compared to the cameramen. It's a little bit more thinner, so it's got that uncanny valley feel to it, if that makes sense. Yeah, like this particular one here. Yeah, my man here who's just walking by. Let's see. Yeah, this dude here. When we see him walking by, if you look at this, in this particular scene, it's so freakish. Like, when you see the cameramen, they're a little bit more chunkier, a little bit more wider, say in proportion to their necks. Because that's the problem. I think that's what's creating the uncanniness for me, is that the sides line up perfectly with the neck. It's not wide, so it looks like an actual head. Whereas the cameraman is a little bit on the wide side, so the neck. If you look at my neck here, if you look at my neck, it's gonna look a little weird. But if you look at my neck, you can see that it goes down like this. It's not flat and even with my neck. No human, life doesn't have necks like that. That's all flat and even, and that's the uncanniness I'm getting out of the design. I'm sure later down the line more will be satisfied, saying, and fixed up, and get ready for your next mission. But it's still fun. It was pretty crazy at the end when the Clock Titan was ripping off. I thought he was ripping the spine off of the Titan, the camera Titan, who was under control. But I saw what he was attempting to do. He was trying to figure out how to get it out. He saw the solution, then tried to reverse it so that way he could do it again, but pull it out without killing him, only to get stopped by the enemy, and then gets carried off by the Skibidi Toilets, along with the Camera Titan. So now the Clock Titan and the Camera Titan are both going to end up working for the Skibidi Toilets. But my gosh, I was like, yeah, I thought I was watching Mortal Kombat all of a sudden. So yeah, there is a level of fun. I just find the drill design to be a little bit on the uncanny side, and the power of the clocks to be not only so overpowered, but to the point that the writer had to nerf it very hard in season 2, and that's not very good. You don't want to you do not want to do that in writing. Don't ever do that in writing. Create something OP to the point where you have to nerf it. It's very easy to sit there and say, yeah, these are all the limitations, but that's because you wrote yourself into a corner. Because logically speaking, you're controlling time. It's Zawaldo, and like I said before, just freeze time, round up all the toilets, throw them into a volcano. It's done. Or get the ones that can reverse time and pluck the people out of the toilet. You know what I mean? The solution is there. You know what I'm saying? The time stopping solved the problem, solved everything. And so now you have to nerf it, because you can't have a ongoing war when you have the power to end it in one fell swoop. That's bad writing. That's very bad writing. Ambitious premise, what I'm saying? On paper, it looks all good, the premise and everything, but in execution, that's when you really see, oh, wait a second, the answer to winning is easy, and people are gonna expect that as soon as possible. You can't drag something like that out when a power like that gives you an easy win. So be very careful. Be very careful when writing powers. Don't make the powers in a way where it can end everything in a few minutes, because then if you drag it out, people are gonna start saying, well, you could have ended this five chapters ago or 5 episodes ago and move on to a whole nother situation. So be extra careful when making powers, not to make them over OP. That's something that I try to be careful with. I try to be very, very careful with. I've already done the OP route with the Impossible Man. Now I gotta be extra careful with my own stories, with my future stories. My current stories. You know what I mean? Trucker no Bouken. All right. So, head on over to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, a strange fantasy novel written by me. You'll find links to the book in the description down below, along with links to other merch as pins, stickers, t-shirts, music. Enjoy the products. Thank you for your patronage. And if you purchased The Impossible Man and did a YouTube video on lore or analytical analysis studies, thank you very much. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on it. And if you're interested, you can join me on my live multi-stream on Twitch and Kick every Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I do cultural Japanese cultural studies, research videos like SkibidiToilet, games, and more. I look forward to hanging out with you. So until the next SkibidiToilet Research, I thank you all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night. Buenas noches, and oyasumi nasai.